In this video, we'll talk about Amazon product listing optimization, and my guest is Karen from Helium 10. Karen will show us how to get review information, how to analyze of different Amazon products, how to apply this analysis to your Amazon listing, how to improve it, and also she will show you how to use Helium 10's Scribble feature. Functionality or tool. And if you would like to try and test Helium 10, you will find links below, also the coupon code where you can get discounts using this tool. And also you will find the link in the description with a playlist of other videos we did with Helium 10 as well. And as always, don't forget to subscribe below to the YouTube channel of OrangeClick. Click the notification bell as well, because here we talk with different Amazon experts, software creators, and event organizers. Hello, Karen. It's nice to have you here. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us what is Helium 10?
Yes, Augustus, thank you so much for having me on your channel. So yes, my name is Karen Thomas, and I am a brand evangelist at Helium 10. And my background is definitely an Amazon seller and then also a listing optimization expert. And I recently joined Helium 10 as a brand ambassador, or a brand evangelist if you want to get technical. And basically, I am obsessed with Helium 10. It really has every tool you need to really get accurate information to sell on Amazon. It's all about having the right information to make more educated decisions. And Helium 10 offers every single tool you'll need to help with, PPC, with listing optimization, with keyword research, with product research, and then just the analytics of your business with the numbers. So it is such a powerful software that really helps every part of your business.
Perfect. And in this session, you will show us how to use review data and to apply this analysis of the reviews towards the listing, right?
Yes, that's correct. Reviews to me are just so essential to connecting with your customers. And so I want to show you how I can quickly get that quality information to use that language into optimizing a listing. So if you don't mind, I'd love to show a quick example and show how I use it, if that's all right.
Yeah, sure. Let's jump to your screen and let's learn from you.
Awesome. So let's just look at a random example. Sorry, you're getting a lot of girly products today, I guess. Let's do makeup wipes. And let's just quickly see what people are liking and not liking about this. So I always proclaim, and I'm so passionate about using reviews because it's the best way to really understand what your customers want. And if you're not speaking the language of your customer, then you're going to really see a difference in lower conversion rate and lower sales. On the flip side, if you can really connect to your customer and give them what they want and listen to what they're saying, then that can make all the difference in how you optimize a listing, the kind of language you use, the kind of images you show, even the type of videos that you create. And especially even before listing optimization is your product research, right? I always believe that it's so important to stand out and differentiate your product. And if you can look through, your 1 and 2, maybe even 3-star reviews and get a good idea of what people don't like, then you can get an idea of how you can differentiate. And maybe in this example, we'll see with these wipes, maybe people don't like it because there's a specific ingredient that smells weird, or maybe people don't like it because it's drying out too fast. So if we know that, then we can think, okay, maybe the problem is these wipes are not wet enough because of the packaging. And so maybe we can do something different to seal it so the moisture stays more intact. Or maybe with sensitive skin, it looks like these people are unhappy. It's burning sensitive skin and it's turning a beet red. It's horrible for sensitive skin. So maybe we can make this more sensitive skin friendly. Maybe we can look at different ingredients that help soothe that, like aloe vera or different things, so that if we're competing with them, we're going to be the wipes that are for sensitive skin and won't make you break out and get redness. So this is such a powerful tool. Augustus, literally when I started selling on Amazon 6 years ago, this tool wasn't around, and I had to do all of this research by hand and literally go and read all of the reviews and put them into spreadsheets and try to organize and try to find the common phrases. And literally it took hours and hours and hours. But as you saw with this example, I mean, literally it took me seconds to click on review analysis, filter it out. I'm only looking at the 1, 2, and 3-star reviews. And then I can go ahead and I can see the commonly used phrases. So sensitive skin, that phrase was used 18 different times. These wipes was used 18 times. Did not was used 13 times. Looks like they accidentally ordered monthly. They didn't want, it looks like they didn't like the odor of this. Looks like this one did not like as much as other facial wipes. Did not remove my waterproof mascara. So quickly, I'm already getting a really good idea of what people don't like. So if I'm a competitor and I'm trying to create a new listing, or maybe I already have a listing and I want to kind of solve some of these problems, I can quickly get this language and think how my product solves this so that my customer has a better experience and that I'm giving them a better overall offer. And then let's just really quickly look, Augustus, just for the 5-star reviews. So we looked at some of the bad reviews. Now let's filter this out and let's only look at the 4 and 5-star reviews. And I love this, Augustus, because you can filter this and choose what you want. You can do only verified reviews. You can do only helpful reviews, only review with images, only with videos. So this makes it really easy to do super fast keyword research. And then I'll show you in just a minute how I use this important review research that I'm doing, and then I put it into what's called Scribbles, and it's my favorite listing optimization tool ever. I mean, obviously it's a Helium 10 tool, but I've been using this for years, even before I started working with Helium 10. So I'm a super big fan. I'll show you that in just a second. So it looks like, look at this. Makeup was used 196 times, that phrase, in these reviews. And then sensitive skin, 164 times. Makeup remover, 163 times. So as I'm looking at that, I'm getting a really good idea of what's important to my customers. And so I know those are kind of like buzzwords that's really going to resonate if I'm using those words in my listing. So let's just look really quickly. And again, this was super easy. It highlights where the word shows up in the review. And I can quickly just skim this. I have sensitive skin. It leaves my skin feeling clean and refreshed. And it removes my makeup and mascara. This review, always my go-to for makeup remover. So very helpful, right? And that literally took us a few minutes to quickly analyze these reviews. So I love this. I highly recommend you use this tool. If not daily, I would really look at least once a week to figure out what's changing in your industry, because your customers will give you the best information. And that's how you really stay connected and keep your ear to the ground of what your customers like and what they don't like. So as I would probably, if I was optimizing a listing, I would spend a lot more time looking through all those reviews, but for the sake of time, I want to be a little bit faster. So then I can go down here, and then with our Helium 10 tool, you can see it automatically shows some really important information. I can look at the profitability of this product. I can look at keywords. I can look at the X-ray of revenue and sales, and I can look at how much inventory they have left. So this is really, really cool. So a lot of people didn't know, if I just click on this listing optimizer tool, this will automatically populate this listing into our tool Scribbles. And let me just tell you, I guess, I was actually working on a listing last night, and I am so passionate about this tool. There's so many things I love about it, but last night, I kid you not, I was working on a listing, and all of a sudden, like, I clicked something random, and then it closed my Helium 10 page, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, if any of you have written a listing, you know how long it takes and literally how much time and creativity goes into it. So I was like stressing. I was like, nope, no worries. I remembered Scribbles automatically saves your work. So all I had to do is click on history, and it pulled up my past work, and I can just click restore. So I think that is super, super helpful. That in and of itself is like so helpful. That literally saved my life last night. So this is a super valuable tool. Augustus, oh sorry, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to ask how often Scribbles save the work, or does this recognize like the substantial edits? Or
Yes, that's a great question. Honestly, like I wondered that too, because literally it was like I wrote something, I accidentally clicked something, and then it closed it, and I was like, oh dang it, like what did it save? And literally it was up to date, like the second before I clicked that. So nothing was lost. So it's constantly auto saving it. And then it has a history. So instead of like having to look through like past Word documents, I can pull up all of the past listings that I've worked on, and it will automatically, you can pull it up and just restore it and put it right into Scribble. So
nice.
That's a huge feature. It seems simple, but literally, Augustus, that saved my life last night. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, Scribbles. So right here, you can see this automatically put in their title, I put in their bullet points. So you might be asking, why is this helpful? Well, what's really cool is you can get a good idea of basically what their strategy is as far as keyword density. So if I did my keyword research, and we can go into that in just a minute, even in another video, and let's say I have my top 20 to 25 different keyword phrases, I can put them in right here, and then I can see, well, I'll just show you. And I'll get into this in just a minute, how I'm doing this, but I can put in my phrases right here, and then I can see where they show up. So I love this user interface to be able to see where the keywords are showing up. And then it gives me an idea, okay, so as I create my own listing, similar to this, and I want to make sure I'm kind of following a similar pattern of, how many times they're using a word, and maybe where they're putting it. So you can see that their main keyword phrase that they're going after is Neutrogena makeup remover cleansing face wipes. So according to them and their data, it looks like that's the most important keyword phrase. So to me, that's super valuable to see. And then you can see, they have another keyword phrase right there, and then they just have this this separate keyword. So they don't have a ton of different keyword phrases, which I think is good. Personally, I'd recommend using 3 to 5 of your very best keyword phrases inside your title. And again, that can depend on where you're at. Obviously, if you're a newer seller, then you may want to use not so competitive keyword phrases, maybe with a little bit less search volume every month, so that you can have a better chance of winning and competing. And then what I also like here is it will cross off your keywords as you use them. So you can see it's crossed out makeup, it's crossed off remover, it's crossed off wipes, and then my phrases, it's crossed off makeup remover wipes. It looks like it's 3 times it shows up in this listing on their front end. So that's interesting. They're really targeting that phrase. Makeup remover shows up 7 different times in the front end of their listing between their title, bullet points, and description.
And the different colors on the left column, what does it mean? The frequency of the words?
Yes, good question. You're so smart, Augustus. So yeah, with the phrases, it means how high the search volume is. So definitely your red keyword phrases are going to be your highest search volume phrases. And then it goes down from there. So orange would be still high, but a little bit less. Green, medium, blue, a little bit low. And then black is, a lot less traffic. So those black ones probably are anywhere from, 50 keyword searches a month to maybe up to 300. So it's really good so you know kind of where you're at and what you're targeting. And if you want to get more of like the higher search keywords, and these are my most important ones, and you can limit it to just show, okay, I just only want to put in red, or only want to put red and orange, just those bigger keyword phrases that are searched. And then what's interesting is up here, a lot of times people think that that means the same thing, but it actually means the frequency of how much those words show up in your phrases. So with makeup, the reason it's red and remover is because it shows up so many different times in the phrases. So makeup shows up 13 different times in each of these 50 keyword phrases that I have up here. And then towelettes is only shown, once, so it's a lot less frequency. And then what's also cool is you can also show just the phrases that you haven't used yet. So this is great, is either if you are starting with optimizing your title or, your bullet points and just doing the front end, then you can kind of say, okay, now I want to put the rest of these in my back end, your subject matter and your back end search terms. So for me, it's just a really good way to stay organized and to visually see where I need to put things, and to know that I've used everything that I wanted to use in my listing. And then again, where I use that information we just looked at with Review Insights is right here in the bullet points and in the description. So what I recommend doing, I guess, is I like to have what I like to call why taglines. And basically it's my thought process when I'm writing the listing is always thinking about, why does a customer want to buy this product? And so when I'm doing that review research, it gives me a better idea of why they want to buy this. And from what I just saw briefly, I mean, I didn't do in-depth research, but it was looking like they want to remove their makeup at night. They want to remove their waterproof, hard to get off makeup. And so if I can really connect with them in their bullet points quickly, then I want to do that. So basically what I do is make why taglines, and this is usually about 4 to 8 words, and I make them in all caps. So really quickly, just a brief example. Let's say I want to target that this product is the #1 makeup removing wipes for waterproof mascara or something like that. Again, this is just a random example. But what's really cool, again, it's not like a massive deal, but again, this saves me so much time. So a lot of times I'm just free thinking and maybe I choose like, that's not what I want to target for my why tagline. So maybe I'll choose something else, but I can quickly change the formatting. So I can make this all lowercase, or I can make this just capitalizing the first letter, or I can do it in all caps, which is super cool. And then I'm kind of one that I like fun and cutesy things. So I love this feature of having emojis right here. And what's awesome to me is if I click on this, this will automatically have the correct like HTML coding. And for me, this is awesome because in the past when I've tried to do different hexadecimal coding, sometimes it's a hit and miss, and sometimes Amazon wouldn't show that emoji and it would just be like a question mark and it just looks strange. But with this, it's like all I have to do is copy this. I don't have to do any tricky coding HTML. All I have to do is that and then paste it right into my Seller Central as I'm updating the bullet point, and it's good to go. So I think it's a really cool feature. And for me, like I found that I really like using emojis because it makes it more interesting to read. Again, most of us don't like to read a lot, right? We just want to kind of get the idea really quickly and skim. And so if I have my why taglines in all caps and I have an emoji, then it's interesting to look at, it's fast. And if I can kind of show that same idea in an emoji, even better. So if I'm like, I'm probably being too cutesy and trying to be witty, but it's not that cool. But like waterproof mascara, I'd have the hard eyes for eyes, like just something to kind of connect the thought with the visual, I think is really, really powerful.
Above the input area, there are some red information in red. Bytes, characters. Can you explain this?
Sorry, where are you looking at, Augustus?
Bullet point #1, and next to it there is 270 bytes and 204 characters. It looks like you wrote too much. Can you explain this?
Oh yes, thank you so much for bringing that up. So this is, to be honest, this is something I mostly ignore. The thing that's important to me is the characters. So the most you can have, again, it depends on the category. Some categories only allow you to have 80 characters per bullet points, and some allow you to have up to 500. So what I've seen is the common is 500 is the max that you can put for every bullet point. But what Helium 10 has done is they've just had it as 100 bytes just to give you an idea of like, again, this isn't like set in stone, but what the belief is that your first 100 bytes are the ones that are most powerfully indexed on Amazon. So for me, I prefer having a little bit longer bullet points just because I think it's a great way to kind of, I like to complete the thought. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit wordy sometimes. So I like to fill this out a little bit more. I usually like to have 250 characters to 350. So this is kind of just, this isn't a hard and fast rule. Like this isn't telling you can only have 100 bytes. It's kind of just a visual to like, if you want to be indexed, usually the first 100 of every bullet point are indexed. So that's kind of how I think about it for that. But yes, definitely the characters is really important. The character count is really, really important. And then also the description, again, this is really helpful because you can only have a max of 2,000 characters. And so it makes it really easy. Instead of in the past, I would have to check like charactercount.com to make sure I wasn't over the limit. So this just makes it really easy to know where I'm at with the character count. Like same with the title, the max you can have is 200. So it makes it easy to see. But yeah, this isn't a hard and fast rule of a cutoff. Like you can have more. It's just kind of showing you like the first 100 are the most important. So good question, Augustus.
Thank you. So how did you connect the review data on the other screen with Scribbles? Can you remind us?
Yes, thank you. So basically, I was just reading through the reviews and I kind of got a quick idea of what people are saying most often. So makeup was the most commonly used phrase in these reviews. Sensitive skin, that phrase showed up 164 times. Makeup remover showed up 163 times. So these aren't always, in this case, these are, at least like makeup remover, those are also keywords that are searched for. But some of these aren't phrases that are searched. These are more just phrases that are important to customers. But to me, it's almost just as important as your keyword phrases that you're trying to, optimize for SEO. And because you want to make sure that you're connecting with your customers, that you're digging into why they want to buy this. And so those buzzwords or those buzz phrases are really going to help them feel like they're in the right place, that you're solving the problem that they're trying to fix in their life. So I just quickly browsed through these reviews as I look at the review analysis tab. And I just quickly skim and see what people are saying. So you get all the makeup off, no problem. The makeup comes off easily. Makeup comes off easily. So awesome. Like, again, as I'm looking through that, I can come back to Scribbles and think, okay, I can say something like makeup comes off easy without harsh scrubbing. And again, that's just looking at the review. So I didn't have to be super clever and creative. Like that's just tying in what they're already saying because I know it's important to them. Let's see what else. Makeup wipes, your face. Let's see what they're saying with your face in that phrase. Absolutely adore these wipes. It cleans all the makeup off easily and leaves your face super smooth. Leaves your face so smooth. No need to constantly scrub your face with it. Cleanses your face. Awesome. Easy to clean your face. So again, that's one thing I think I could use. And I would say something like, leaves your face ultra clean and smooth. Something like that. But again, I'm just getting those ideas right from the reviews. And then I can elaborate that idea in the rest of that bullet point with, a couple sentences and explain how it does that. Maybe it has some cool exfoliating power with the texture or the ingredients are really gentle and leave your skin smooth. So I can just look through the reviews and kind of see how my product is accomplishing that.
Yeah, thank you very much, Karin. It helped us to understand how to analyze listing, what to do with the review analysis, and how to use Scribble, which can be a funny word for non-English native speakers. I still don't know what exactly is Scribble. It's something with words, probably.
Yes, like scribbling your ideas on paper.
Ah, okay, like a sketch or draft. Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah, everyone who is watching, if you want to try Helium 10, you will find the links and coupon codes below in the description. And watch other videos with Karin and other Helium 10 members in our playlist. Bye-bye. Thank you very much, Karin.
Thank you so much for having me, Augustus. That was really fun.
Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you learned something or refreshed your memory about Helium 10 software. And if you want to try this tool, check the links below. You will find also the discount codes in the description. And now I would like to invite you to watch this playlist where we collected all the videos we created with Helium 10's team, with Bradley and with other people. So please watch it and see you in the next video. Bye bye.